All right, show me the money. NFL picks for week 12 are here. We are at the two-third point of the NFL season after this week. Join me today to do the picks here. One of the co-hosts of the Sorry to Interrupt podcast, Tom Bocchino, is with us here. Tom, welcome. How are you?
Honored to be here, and I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Pretty good. Our football team is irrelevant again, which is nothing new, but like the football was good last week.
Football was good last week, and we're built for this, man. We're Jets fans. As you can see, I'm recording a football podcast, and I'm wearing my Knicks hat because the all Jets gear went away week three, week four, maybe.
That's I feel like that's late.
Yeah, I mean, I like to hold on, but it's like, what the hell am I holding on for? To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I for the beginning there, I thought that they weren't going to win a game. It really looked like that.
Yeah, I mean the infamous Family Guy gif of Stewie at the Mets game saying, "Oh, here's the first pitch, season's over." That should be a Jets meme. Oh, here's the opening kick, the season's over.
Yeah, much more fitting for the Jets than the Mets now that the Mets have gotten better. Hopefully they'll find their way into the playoffs next year. We'll see what Stevie does and up his sleeve in the offseason.
Yeah, I will say though, very thankful the NFL gave us the primetime game last week. So we didn't have to deal with the Jets on Sunday, probably one of the best football Sundays of the season here. Like that game was a
Yeah,
very typical Jet game. I feel like where like they were in it for a bit. Like you could see, like okay, if we got average quarterback play, maybe we can win this game. But they did not, and they lost. I feel like anything else you want to take away from that game?
zero. I mean, just glimmers of hope is all that they give you because they always have talent. That's the thing. They evaluate talent well, they just don't develop it well. And they're just a toxic locker room and a
It,
toxic organization, period.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrong organizations starting at the top. But that's a whole other discussion. I don't think we're going to have today. But
Well, there's something to be said where whenever a jet that is not like on the verge of retirement that still has something left in the tank leaves, they seem to always, without fail, do better at the next stop.
especially the quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, especially absolutely. I mean, but then Quentin Williams looked like he just woke up from a hibernation.
Yeah. Let's talk about the couple of things. The trade deadline, obviously, they get all rid of of Quentin and Sauce. They get all these picks back here. What's your thoughts on this? I give my thoughts on the pod. What do you guys think over there about what the Jets did?
I hate to see, I hate to see Sauce go. I do think he had regress from his first season, his All-Pro year, his Rookie of the Year, but that's a position that you're going to be looking for. He's a generational corner, and you don't find those too often. But again, the Jets are going nowhere. So at the end of the day, cool, you lock down the other team's best wide receiver, you still lose. Um, like my only thoughts are you're so beaten down as a Jets fan. You get it, and you're one of the only people I can talk to that like fully understand it because you're in it with me. Where it's like, I'm at the point now where I'm like, cool, let's see what happens. Just because I'm praying that I'm going to be alive for the next Jets season and I'll be around. But like, they're going to screw it up.
Yeah. It's one of those things you look at it here. It's like you're losing with Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams. You can lose without them, and you get better
Exactly.
draft picks here, which they need to overhaul the organization's depth in terms of multiple places here. I like that they set themselves up that they can take a shot at QB either 26 or 27 draft, but
Yep.
it doesn't matter unless you get the quarterback right. And we have to see if these guys know how to pick the quarterback. Because remember, this
But
is
that's the thing. That's the thing with the Jets. Look at Sam Darnold. Even if they get the player right, they don't even develop them.
well, I was going to say this group, their first quarterback decision was Justin Fields. So at the time seemed logical, but like we could see after watching him for like 10 weeks, like that was not the correct decision.
Yeah, so going into quarterback evaluation with this group, we got a red check. That's a bad thing against them already.
Yeah,
One negative tick mark already. So
that's
I don't.
Justin Fields is strike one.
Yeah, I don't. That's exactly. Finally, I got the words out. I mean, that's not. That doesn't breed any confidence in me, man. And you know, again, the only thing you can have as a Jets fan is hope, but it feels pretty hopeless.
Yeah, that's thing one. And thing two, obviously, this week they make the quarterback change finally. It sounds like that they were going to go to Tyrod Taylor prior to the Bengal game before he gets hurt. Then Justin Fields has the best game of his life in that game. Gets a couple more weeks. They would beat the Browns. They don't do anything with the Patriots. Now he is out. Tyrod's in against the Ravens. Like this is a like 5 weeks too late move to me.
Yeah, it's just so hard to care, man. Like, is Tyrod gonna make the difference? You know what I mean? And the other thing is like, if you think you're gonna see Tyrod for the rest of the season, I think that he's either gonna get hurt or get pulled himself again. And we have not seen the end of this seesaw.
Yeah. You think we're gonna get the Brady Cook experience at some point?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's actually, I don't know if there's like a bet somewhere where I could put on whether if not he'll play a snap this year, but you mean to tell me you don't think he'll play in one of the last 2 weeks of the season?
I could be longer to be honest with you. I feel like if like they are just like pulling the plug on Fields, like why not put this kid number two? And then like if Tyrod doesn't give the offensive spark, maybe this kid's the backup next year.
That's true. Maybe we see him like week 14, right around the corner.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think they give Tyrod a few weeks as long as he can stay on the field.
Yeah, but you know what, dude, at the end of the day, like we could go on with this forever, but it starts with the top down. And ownership is just, I've heard so many stories from a million people about Woody, and they're none of them are good.
It's like the things with Woody. It almost is like considering like the kind of like guy he is. Like it's almost like they're like I guarantee there's a portion of the Jet fan base hoping that he's in the Epstein files, like getting dropped at some point.
Oh man, you got me with that one. You know, yeah, I'm one of them. It has crossed my mind, and I'm sure I feel a kinship with the Cowboys fans because I'm sure a lot of them are hoping Jerry's in there too.
Yeah, well, like I think like the Jet fan has come to realize that
Let's hash it
Woody,
out.
what, what,
Who's got the better odds? Jerry's in him or Woody?
I'm not going to comment on that one. I think you know where I lean with that.
I mean, I don't honestly. You could look at them both ways. Like Jerry is obviously a creep, but then Woody's a New York guy, so he was swamming those circles. So, 50-50 for me.
Yeah, it's got to the point with the Jet fan though, where like Woody is just so incompetent and like he is not going to get out of his own way, and like he's giving this group patience for now. We'll see what happens here. It's like you're at a point where a Jet fan where you're sort of hoping for like the Daniel Snyder act of God sort of scenario, or it's like you're just hoping that something happens or it just comes so untenable that the league forces him out.
You gotta hope so. I mean, as a Knicks fan, we had some really tough years when Dolan was meddling, and then he has thrown his hands up. So that's like another little sliver of hope that I hold out that at some point maybe Woody Johnson will see the light, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
What do you think he's a football guy? Remember this.
That's true. And also remember, Woody was the ambassador to the UK for what, 4 years,
Yeah.
and the Jets still sucked. So
Yeah, well, Christopher doesn't know much football either.
no, and it's such a joke. Let the football people do the football things, but we're here. Here we are.
We are here, and they are playing a football game on Sunday against the Ravens here. And this one, I feel like if you are still in the knockout pool and you still have Baltimore, this is the spot to use them because there's no way they're losing this football game.
No chance in hell. They've got to win basically out in order to secure a playoff spot. So, I mean, I think the spread, what was it, like 13 and a half? I
Yeah,
didn't want to
it's
touch
yeah,
that one.
it's tied for the highest on the board with the Seahawk Titan spread.
Yeah, and I didn't want to touch it just because the Jets will figure out a way to screw you there late. Um,
Yeah, Tom
so
Tom believes the backdoor cover is in play here.
I do. I do. I mean, Tyrod is not, as long as he stays in the game, he's not going to quit. He's going to keep slinging it. So I would, keep raise an eyebrow to that. And their defense actually played pretty solid last week, even with the missing pieces.
Yeah, I think that's certainly something to keep to track here. It's like the Jets play hard. For me, it's a matter of like, okay, like how serious does Baltimore take this game? Like if I remember they got a much closer spot with the Browns last week than we thought they were gonna have. So like maybe
And they sucked.
yeah, maybe they take their frustration out here.
That's true as well. I think, is the over in play here?
With the Jets, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's the thing. They could also put up 3 points, and then you're just relying on Baltimore. So
Yeah, it's
I
up.
think it's for me, it's a complete stay away,
Yep.
but that's just me.
All right. Let's get to the pick was the reason why you are here this week. The Challenger team was represented last week by, remember my fall ball championship softball team, Brendan Ahern came by to do the picks. And
Are
was
you on Will's team?
no, he like in the fall we had two times teams combined. People from Will's team and people from my team.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the Yorktown douchebags. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Brendan had a tough week. He went 0 3.
Ugh. That's always good to follow up at 0-3 though, because I can't do worse.
Yeah. You got the Chiefs laying a 3.5 in Denver. They lose the game outright. You get the Lions getting a 2.5 like against the Eagles, and Dan Campbell's offense play call did not work for that game. You had the Bucks +5. I think that was a bad because the Bucks probably should have covered that game, but they end up losing 44-32. So 0-3, 0-3 for Brendan.
Yeah, that Bucks game was tough, and Baker just like fell asleep at the wheel in that game. I expect to see him bounce back this week. Look at you on the other side, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that record.
Yeah. I had a fantastic week last week.
Brag on yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I had a 3-0 week, man. I'm just trying to find the right sound effect to go with it. So just give me a second here for that.
You have
But
an orgasmic sound effect?
no, I got a good old like Austin Powers here.
Okay,
Yeah. So
there
we
you
got
go.
we got the Dolphins laying a 2.5 against the Commanders. It was ugly as hell, but they won the game by 3 in overtime. So I got that. Seahawks +3.5. They covered. I picked the Seahawks 3 weeks in a row. They cover each time. So that's two. 49ers ran away with hate from the Cardinals. So 3-0 for me on the week.
Great job, man. And yeah, and it looks like you're having an excellent year.
Yeah, 20-13. I've been heating up a little bit of late. I had an 0-3 a few weeks ago, but I've been picking up steam ever since. The Challengers, not so much, 12-21. So you have some work to do trying to bring the squad back.
If I go 3-0, that'd be a start. I hope you're putting money on these picks, man.
I did play the parlay last week, so I win
Nice.
$70.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So as the guest, you may go first. Where are you going here with pick number one?
Pick number one. I hate this pick, but I'm taking it probably because I hate it so much. I hate picking Thursday night games. Buffalo going to Houston. I'm taking the Texans +6. I just think they have an excellent defense, and I know Josh Allen played absolute Superman in that game, but the Texans can stop the run. So Cook will be hopefully neutralized for my bet's sake. And I saw nothing out of Allen's skill position players, and he's not going to be able to play hero ball as much against this defense. So, and Davis Mills got into a bit of a rhythm there in the second half. I'm hoping they can keep it close. I still think the Bills will win on the road, but it'll be close.
Yeah. So you're not a big fan of the Gabe Davis supporting cast there?
I actually love Gabe Davis. I just think he's a little bit past his prime. I just they don't have like a single. I said it on our own podcast. When you're that hurt with Dalton Kincaid going down, when Bills fans are like damn near crying over it, like you don't have any weapons.
Yeah. Cole is the kiss of death. This is a family players. I love this pick too. The Texans +6. I feel like I'm looking
Are,
at this. Yeah, I feel like I'm looking
are
at
you
this
you're
game.
taking it?
I am taking. It was on my book.
Uh,
It said to me. So I looked at this game. I'm like, okay, home dog getting 6 on a short week. That's definitely something I love. I do think here the defense plays very well, and Buffalo can't stop anybody right now. So I think like this game is going to be tight, and I think I'm getting 6. I take the 6 and run.
Absolutely. I still think Buffalo might eke out the W just because Allen's on the other side, but it might be a field goal game.
6 is a lot, especially when you're the road team traveling that far in a short week.
100%, man. 100%. And they just don't have like outside of Allen doing it himself, which you saw him do last week, they don't have a guy in their wide receiver or any pass catchers that is like a go-to get him the ball when it's needed. And
All
that's
right.
scary.
That is very scary. So that's pick one for both of us here. So where are you going with pick two?
Pick two, I'm headed to Tennessee. Seattle, I know they covered last week, but they lost. They're going to come back with a vengeance here. Fanatics, I'm not gonna beg, but like Fanatics has them at 13 and ESPN I saw at 13 and a half. I'm just gonna ask for the half point, but I'll take them at the 13 and a half. I think Seattle is going to go in there and just blow them the F out and really take care of business.
Yeah, I love this pick. I did not take it this week. It was in consideration for me because I love the Seahawks. The Seahawks, I think, are 9-2 against the spread this year. They have been dynamic against the spread. And Tennessee is a team that's gonna mail it in here because they're on the interim coach. They know it. They're losing players left and right. I think this is
No,
a
not to mention that defense is getting better by the week for Seattle, and I think they're just going to have Ward's brain in a blender.
I think it's a prime no-show spot for the Titans. I feel like there's a good chance they are not interested in all playing this game.
I think it's going to be like 27-3.
Okay, I could see that. All right, so where you
If
want to pick
anybody
three?
wants to bet an exact score.
Yep. Get the odds on that, people. So where you want to pick three?
Pick three. Did you take Seattle as well? No, right?
No,
No, okay.
I would have
Okay.
told you if I did.
Number three, I'm truly taking this as an opportunity to strictly to bet against Kirk Cousins one last time. For all, actually, I mean, I guess I could do it for the rest of the season. So it's going to start here. I'm going to New Orleans -1.5. The Falcons suck on the road. I know that they went out to wherever in Europe. I forgot which place they went to, and
Went to Berlin.
somehow, yeah, they somehow had a great game. But I mean, I still don't trust them. Kirk Cousins noodle arm is an understatement. Okay. I think I could go out there and throw the ball with more velo than him right now. And I do not mind Shuck.
Yeah, good.
You don't
Yeah,
like that pick?
this is a I want no part of this game pick.
I see it. I feel you on that, but I swear to God, there is a world, and I think this is reality where New Orleans wins this game by a touchdown.
Yeah, I will say though, to your point on the anti-Kirk Cousins bet, we're looking at games that the Jets might win the rest of the season. Atlanta coming up here after Thanksgiving. That one I've circled here. The Jets can win the football game.
I might, if I could bet it right now, I will, because they're going to win that game just to spite us. Because every win they get from here on out just screws us one little bit more.
Yep. All right. So your picks are on the board. I already teased pick one with the Texans. Pick two. We talked about this game earlier here. I said it as soon as the Ravens like were struggling against the Browns on Sunday. I said, whatever the number is against the Jets, you're laying it. And it's 13 and a half. I am laying those points with the Ravens here because I feel like this is a spot where Baltimore's come out pissed. They got embarrassed against Cleveland last week. This is a prime Lamar Jackson throws for 5 touchdowns game, and the Ravens just dancing in the end zone all day, and the Jets cannot block their pass rush. I think this is a 35-7 game. Lay the big one with the Ravens. Lay 13 and a half.
This is this is one of those picks where I'm going to be watching the Jets and I'm going to be watching Lamar go up and down the field on them, and I'm going to be like, that motherfucker, Mike Phillips. I should have made that pick because it will feel in hindsight so obvious.
Because it was me, I was watching the Raven game. I see the way they're playing and like how annoyed they're getting. Like, whatever the number is, it's the Jets going to Baltimore. You lay the number.
Hmm.
All right.
I don't mind that pick. I kind of wish for myself I took it, but I'm riding New Orleans, man.
All right, let's pick two. Pick three. We'll go to Sunday Night Football here. I'm going to lay the 7 with the Rams against the Bucks here. Tampa, I like them, but they are just very banged up. I think the Rams might be the best team in football right now, all around. They have obviously the two big receivers. Stafford's playing MVP level. Their defense is elite. Tampa's just too hurt. Tampa does not have enough piece on defense to slow them down. And I think the Ram Patrick could get after Baker here and get some plays here. I wish I had 6.5. I'll lay the 7. I think they win by 10. So give me the Rams that wrap up the week.
I like that pick. I stared at it for a while. I think that one. I think you can lock that one in. The Bucks are just so damn banged up, and it really is a shame because Ibuka now is getting the double teams. They're really zeroing in on him, but I think they're going to have to lean on their running game a little bit more because Tucker looks explosive.
Yeah, I think they will lean on the running game more. And this is a spot where I think like they're going to be fine in the NFC South. I think they'll win the division. They'll be the 4 seed. Maybe they win a game, but like they're not going to go farther than that.
No, they would have had to stay much healthier to go further, but I love it, man.
All right. So to reset the picks for week 12 here on the podcast, Tom and I have a family play in common. We are on the Thursday night game. We're getting the home dog as +6 the Texans. Tom's also laying the 1.5 with the Saints against the Falcons. Good luck to him in that watching that game. And,
I know that's the problem.
and
Got to
the
watch it.
yeah, and the Seahawks laying the 13.5 against the Titans in Tennessee. My extra picks: the Ravens laying 13.5 at home against the Jets, and the Rams laying 7 on Sunday Night Football against the Tampa Bay Bucks. those are your picks for week 12 here on the podcast. And coming up next week on the pod, I'm going to be joined by the great Nick Ferrero, my co-host of the Sky Guys podcast. Talk about his Giants a little bit as they muddle through the interim phase of the season slash Camp Scatterboo showing up at WrestleMania or whatever their primetime event is, like on the scooter getting into fights.
Oh man, that guy can't be held down though, and you can't get mad at him.
Yeah. It's just like I can't get mad at him. For me, that's a bad optics situation. Like you don't want to be going around the scooter and shoving people at
If it was anybody else, I would agree, but it's Camp Scatterboo.
yeah, like Cam's got the support of the fans here, but I don't think like it's a good look.
No, if Tyrone Tracy did it, I'd say cut him, but you can't cut that man. He's a bad boy.
Yeah. Yeah, and Abdul Carter was there too after he fell asleep in the building.
I mean, he has not had the season that anyone expected him to, and I would put, a lot of blame on him, but you got to put some blame on the Giants as well.
Yeah, it's a rough spot there. But Tom, thank you for all the time. Really appreciate it. People want to keep up with you guys on social media and on the pod. How can they do that?
So Sorry to Interrupt podcast, and you can follow us on Twitter at Sorry Sports and on TikTok, Sorry_Sports. Tweet at us, listen to the pod. Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah, and people think I put out a lot of stuff. You guys do what, like 3, 4 episodes a week, it feels like?
Yeah, we got a little bit of a mob here. We keep the family close, but we have a couple of characters. Did how did Sean do before I leave on his picks? Do you remember?
I can actually look it up real quick. I have the spreadsheet up here. So
And did
Sean,
you have Will on?
no, Will's coming in a few weeks because he was supposed to be on week 4 and he had to reschedule. So Sean went 1 and 2.
Okay, all right. Sean's terrible at gambling. He's awful, but I mean, hey,
He got one pick right. He picked against the Jets that week.
blind squirrel finds a nut.
Yeah, because that was the week he picked against the Giants and the Jets. And the
Yeah, I
Giants,
know. And at the beginning of the season, they were trading off covers like there was no tomorrow. You couldn't figure them out.